Kids at St. Jerome School teach me something every day, and it doesn't matter whether they're the 3-year-olds or the 14-year-olds. They've taught me to find joy in every day. They've taught me that a rising tide raises all boats because they celebrate each other's successes. They've taught me that being patient and being kind really are the most important things in life. These children are so forgiving, they're so loving, they're so engaged and happy to be in this space that you can't help but be excited to come to work every day.
Sing to the mountains, sing to the sea, raise your voices, lift your hearts. This is the day the Lord has made, let all the earth rejoice.
In terms of becoming better people and better citizens in the wider community, that's what we do best.
The emphasis on faith is really important to me.
There's just so many avenues that you could go here. There's so many opportunities that you can take here.
We want parents as partners because what we do here needs to be reinforced at home to be successful.
It's a place where real people are, and you know those people, and you work with those people, and you feel like your kids' growth is not on them, it's us.
We have something we call the St. Jerome School mission, and I think that that's sort of the guiding light for everything that we do. When I meet with new families who are coming to consider St. Jerome School for enrollment for their children, I think that that's a pretty awesome responsibility and something that we take very seriously. So I share with them that we have 3 parts to our mission. The first one is academic excellence, second is faith at the center of everything we do, and the third is service as a way to build community. So academic excellence for us really is about seeing each child as an individual and knowing that we have the capacity here to help them meet their greatest potential. We have academic rigor, for sure. Our standards are very high, but we also have support teachers. We have a reading specialist for our little ones, and we have a resource teacher who works with all grade levels, both in remediation and in enrichment. When we look at the results that we have here, I'll give you some examples from this year's graduating class. One of our students finished in the top 1% nationally. We had 5 students finish in the top 3% nationally, and half of our graduating class finished in the top 10% nationally. So those kids have the opportunity to go on to whatever high schools they want to. They had offers of over $630,000 in scholarship money, and I like to think that that's the culmination of parents as partners and teachers who are good communicators.
I'm also a parent of students at St. Jerome School. We value academics, and so my daughter just wasn't getting enough in the situation that she was in, so in the 3rd grade, we decided to switch her over here. We really want our children to excel and to challenge themselves, so we found that perfect place here at St. Jerome School.
So what makes us different, I think, can be found in each of those tenets, and certainly faith at the center of all we do is a big part of that. So I like to think that our real job here is to make sure that our children have a developing relationship with God.
I teach at St. Jerome School because it's a student-centered approach to learning. Academics is just one small part of what we do here. Educating the child emotionally and spiritually perhaps is more important than the academic piece.
One thing that I think makes it really special is the basis in faith. We can talk about our faith in class, and we can talk about things like Easter and Christmas and the real reasons behind them.
I loved my time here at St. Jerome School. I was here ever since I was in kindergarten, so I was here for about 9 years, and it was a tremendous experience. I would say that St. Jerome's is a tight-knit community where everyone really feels a place and you're really welcomed inside.
So the third tenet is the service possibilities, and so that's built into everything that we do. We have, for example, a dress down day every month where we identify a charity or an organization that could benefit from our students, either their physical work or a financial donation. Sometimes we have people come and speak to the kids so that they have a really deeper feeling for what it is that we're supporting. Future is bright. St. Jerome School never sits back and says, okay, we're in a good place, even though we are. Our robotics program certainly is something that we look to for how can we build on that. The most interesting thing that we're looking at right now is an idea of virtual reality. So the folks who have been involved in our robotics program are instructing our teachers so that they'll have access to this. That could mean that they'll be able to take them on tours of museums around the world.
We participate in the first LEGO League, which is a robotics and science competition. It's a multidiscipline program. So it's not just about programming, it's not just about mechanical engineering, it's a broad spectrum of skills you learn. The kids come in and they have to, from scratch, build a robot based on modular parts, program that robot to achieve tasks on a board where the kids have to think about complex problems and come up with solutions. It's a great program for getting kids engaged in things that are really real-world skills that are going to really benefit them, not just in school, but certainly in high school and beyond, but in their life.
For me, this is it. This is where my heart lives. I think if we teach our children to be kind and to be Christian and to be generous in service, they won't just grow up to be good citizens, they'll grow up to be good Christians and, in our case, good Catholics.